Good day, everyone. We all know that artificial intelligence (AI) has become an integral part of our daily life, revolutionizing the way we work, communicate, and even learn. It's fast, efficient, and convenient. But today, we want to uncover the bloody truth of AI. As powerful as it is, AI is silently reshaping how we think, act, and make decisions. Take education as an example. As students, many of us have turned to AI for instant answers instead of engaging in critical thinking or problem solving. This over-reliance on AI tools can hinder the development of independent thought and creativity. Moreover, constant use of AI to complete assignments or tasks may lead to a decrease or loss in analytical or decision-making abilities. I would also like to highlight a serious issue: the erosion of academic integrity. AI tools such as ChatGPT can produce ready-made answers, leading to issues such as plagiarism or academic dishonesty. Consequently, it becomes harder for the lecturers or teachers to assess students' understanding. Let me share my personal story with you. So last month, I had an online mid-semester open book test. So although it is an open book test, which means that we are allowed to refer to any resources, either online or offline, I just had to admit that I myself did use AI. During the test review later, my lecturer questioned us, as she found out most of the class give almost similar answers. She then asked the class, "I want you all to be honest. Among 45 of you, who is the one who did not use AI at all? Please raise your hand up." And guess what? There's literally no one putting up their hand. It was shocking. Out of 45 students, everyone had used AI. Hence, to ensure fairness, we had a retest. This time, I avoided AI completely. And to my surprise, I realized that I could actually answer all the questions without using AI. So, pause and reflect. What are we sacrificing in the process? Is AI enhancing our abilities, or is it replacing them?
Hello everyone. Today, I want to talk about something that is changing the way we move around: artificial intelligence (AI) in transportation. Well, AI promises great things like safer routes, smoother traffic, and cleaner cities. It also comes with some serious problems we need to think about. AI has already started to change transportation. We now have self-driving cars, smart traffic systems, and apps that help us find the faster routes. These technologies are making travel easier and reducing mistakes caused by human error. But as with any big change, there are challenges we need to address. First, let's talk about job loss. AI is replacing many jobs that people in the transportation industry rely on. Drivers of truck, taxi, and delivery vehicles are at risk of losing their jobs. This doesn't just affect those workers, but entire communities that depend on these jobs to making a living. When machines take over, the effects on can be huge, and we need to think about how to help those who are impacted. Second, there is the problem of over-reliance on technology. As we start depending more on AI for transportation decisions, we have to ask, what happens if something goes wrong? Imagine a self-driving car face an unexpected situation, like a child running across the street. Can the AI make the right decisions in that split second? Can we trust this system to handle emergencies the way a human would? And what if we rely on them too much and cannot function when the technology breaks down? Lastly, data privacy and security risks are something we cannot ignore. AI systems collect a lot of personal data like where we go, when we go, and how we travel. If this data fall into the wrong hands, it can cause big problems. What happens if someone hack into a self-driving car system or steal our travel information? In conclusions, while AI has a lot of potentials in transportation, we need to be careful. As we bring in this technology, we must also think about the negative effects they can have on people, jobs, and safety. We need to plan ahead, make smart decisions, and make sure that human well-being is always a priority. Thank you.
Have you ever felt like your phone is watching you? Imagine this. You are thinking about buying a new phone. You do a little research online. And the next thing you know, your social media feeds are flooded with ads for the exact model. This is the power of AI algorithms at work, quietly shaping our daily lives. Search engines like Google show your results based on your search history, location, and preferences. Platforms like Instagram, TikTok, and Facebook prioritize content they think you will engage with, grouping users into categories based on their behavior to keep them scoring. Shopping sites like Lazada and Shopee suggest products based on what you have browsed or bought. Without us realizing it, these systems are influencing how we live, what we buy, and even how we feel. One one major impact of this is the rise of comparison culture. Social media often highlights success and luxury, creating an unrealistic version of lives. When we scroll through our feeds, seeing people living their best lives, it is easy to feel like we are falling short. Think about Instagram. People post their highlights, their perfect moments. But this isn't the full picture. A brilliant example of this is shown in the Black Mirror episode Nosedive. The main character, Lacey, lives in a society where social media ratings control everything: her job, her friendship, even her housing opportunities. She becomes obsessed with improving her score, curating a flawless online image. But her pursuit of perfection ultimately spirals into disaster, revealing how chasing social media approval can strip away authenticity and confidence. AI doesn't stop here. It can also influence how we think. For instance, my mother often watches negative news online. The AI behind her social media keeps showing her more and more of the same, creating a constant stream of distressing stories. Over time, this has made her overly cautious and stressed. It is a circle. Search engines recommend products, social media show us people enjoying them, and shopping platforms make them accessible. This loop can make us feel like we are not living up to some idealized lifestyle. It is important to recognize these patterns and understand how AI influences us, because without awareness, it can turn us into negative, jealous individuals who struggle to find happiness in our own lives.
AI in healthcare Sounds like a dream come true, doesn't it? A world where machines can diagnose faster, tailor treatments to your needs, and save countless lives. But what if I told you that behind these dreams lies a darker, more unsettling truth? Well, first, let's talk about the promise. Imagine a doctor using AI diagnose a cancer earlier than any human could, or a personalized treatment plan designed specifically for your unique genetic makeup. AI has the potential to revolutionize this healthcare in ways that we never ever imagined it. But there is a catch. A dark side to this story that we don't talk about enough. AI isn't perfect enough that we think of it. It is only as good as the data it is learned from. For your more info, AI can only know supervised learning and unsupervised learning. And that data, well, it's often flawed, biased, or incomplete. So, for example, the truth is, the many of the AI tools have been found to misdiagnose or under-prioritize certain groups, especially minorities, simply because the training data didn't include enough diversity. Second thing is privacy issue, and there's your privacy. Imagine your sensitive medical records being hacked or sold because they were used to train the AI systems. Last but not least will be the over reliance. And let's not forget the human factor. Doctors relying too heavily on AI might miss critical nuances that only a human touch can catch. So, yes, AI in healthcare is full of promise. However, if we do not address this issue, the very tools designed to save lives could end up causing harm instead. So moving on, we talk about for the real world consequence of AI. So currently, these are the three case studies that we found out. The first one will be the bias diagnostics, which take the case of a widely used tools in US hospital. Let's give an example. Studies has revealed that it prioritizes white patients over black patients for care management. Why? Because the AI was trained on data that don't represent minority populations. This isn't just abstract flaw, it's life-threatening one. Imagine there are more dense black people in US compared to white people in US that needs more help and have more critical issues, and then they could not get those diagnoses because due to racism. The another second thing is for the privacy breach. So, as I mentioned before, another example is the privacy risk tied to AI in healthcare is in 2021, a hospital in Europe faced a data breach where hacker has stole the AI-powered medical records and demanded a ransom. Do take note that during that time, AI was just released that time. These records contain the deeply sensitive informations, and the consequence of such breaches can be devastating. Last but not least is financial inequality. Consider the financial sides of things. AI power treatments are often expensive. There are costs for the machines, the developments, and the cost of those innovations can widen the gaps between those who can afford the cutting edge care and those who can't. Instead of making healthcare more accessibility, AI sometimes make it more exclusively. So these are not just technical glitches. There are ethical challenges. If you want AI to truly serve healthcare, you need to ensure it is fair, transparent, and secure.
In today's fast paced world, where people are constantly juggling responsibilities and struggling to find fulfillment, keeping us entertained and distracted has become a subtle way to provide relief from our daily stresses. This is the essence of tititainment, a term describing cheap, addictive distractions that keep us mentally occupied. Artificial intelligence, especially in social media and entertainment, has become the perfect tool to fill this phenomenon. Let's explore how it impacts us negatively. Have you ever noticed how, after watching one video, your feed gets flooded with similar content? Yes, it is the AI algorithms. They analyze your preferences, browsing history, and behavior, and feed you with a never-ending stream of posts, memes, and videos that are tailored to your taste. And this actually keeps you hooked, endlessly scrolling your social media. But here's the problem. It distracts us from the real world. Instead of focusing on meaningful connections or having critical thinking, we are glued to our screens, chasing cheap dopamine hits. In this circumstance, AI's goal isn't to enrich our minds. It is to keep us consuming, prioritizing profit over our well-being. What makes it even worse is that the same AI that personalizes our content also build echo chambers. By feeding us information that matches our existing beliefs, it isolates us from diverse perspectives. For example, if you lean towards a specific political view, the algorithm will keep showing you the content that reinforces it while hiding the opposite viewpoints. Over time, this creates divisions, making us more biased and less open to meaningful discussions. Social media platforms profit from this polarization, but it deepens social division and hinders understanding. AI is also being utilized to generate content at an unprecedented scale, including script writing, music generation, and even video creation. While this boosts efficiency, it raises questions about the quality and authenticity too. Take this deepfake video of Obama as an example. It is an AI-generated clip that looks and sounds real. Imagine a deepfake video of a political leader making inflammatory statements and going viral on social media. The potential for malicious use, whether for political manipulation, spreading misinformation, or inciting violence, is immense. This misuse of AI in content generation is alarming. Platforms like Quora, Instagram, TikTok, Facebook, and X all are flooded with AI-generated content, making it harder to find reliable, high-quality information and lowering the overall standards of what we consume. Now, let me share a personal experience. Like many of you, I enjoy the quick, bite-sized information from social media. There was a time when I searched for a content on gender equality, a really hot topic recently, to understand different perspectives on this issue. And soon, my feed was flooded with posts tailored to my gender. And there are posts that voice my struggles as women and criticize men. At first, it felt validating because I felt understood and I felt that my struggles are being acknowledged. But over time, I noticed that the algorithm was only showing me one side of the story. Content that reinforced my existing beliefs and spread hate towards men. I ended up becoming biased, stereotypical, and even extremist in my views. It wasn't helping me to understand the issue. It was manipulating my emotions, spreading hate, and creating opposition between genders. It made me fail to think rationally. AI's role in social media and entertainment show its darker side. It keeps us addicted, distracted, and intellectually stagnant. As we continue to integrate AI into our lives, we must ask ourselves, are we using AI to empower ourselves or are we allowing it to control us? The choice isn't just in how we use AI, but in how we let it shape our values, priorities, and humanity. Thank you.